Let's get more on this with my colleague, SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa. A very good afternoon to Mbalenhle. Tell us what's happening.
Good afternoon, Nzinga. Yes, indeed. Workers did start off on a march earlier this morning. Today, they marched all the way to the Treasury's offices, where they handed over a memorandum of demands calling for the insources of security personnel. But not only that, they're also calling on government to approve a budget which will allow various hospitals within the province to hire on a permanent basis those nurses or healthcare workers who were hired for the purposes of assisting during the pandemic and whose contracts have seemingly come to an end. They've also called on government to also release funds so that they are able to do their work. They are bemoaning the dire state of the public healthcare system, saying that it is on the brink of collapsing at this stage, saying that nurses have come to a point where they have to buy the thermometers and some of the equipment that they use when they are on the ground at various hospitals. They've also bemoaned the fact that they're understaffed and hospitals are under-resourced, saying that there's one person manning an intensive care unit at a hospital with 36 patients, saying it is very difficult for one nurse to be able to resuscitate numerous or a number of patients within those wards. So this is the dire situation that they have painted around the healthcare system and the hospitals within the province. They've called on government not to engage in acts of corruption, saying that corruption has led to the death of many within hospitals. They're saying that when funds that are meant for the healthcare system are then looted, this leads to the death of many and the undercapacitation of various hospitals within the province. I'm going to speak to some of the workers who are waiting outside here to hand over a memorandum of demands to the Minister, Joe Phahle. Ma'am, talk to us about why you are here and what you want to see happen.
Contract is in America for 5 years. The shorter staff. So our sabbatical the contract but permanent. No the contract the toilet, the company the toilet. But never na hababereki. Na dorto la contract sater saber. Na hanar dorodira. No regisa milliard na. Joe Phahle tlemo go na to kupa America.
There you have it. One of the workers just saying that she wants a job. She's a contract worker and she would prefer to be employed on a permanent basis, saying that the big concern around employment is that even her partner is not working at home, which then creates a dire situation at home financially. There are more workers here that I'm going to try and bring in. Ma'am, talk to us about why you are here and why you've decided to engage in this march.
Na professional nurse, ladies Malukani, Kiberega under Tshwane district. Since the 31st of March, Mereka ka fedile. Ene ki sister, in sifela ko hai. Bana ba ka baji, ba bang baja. And then hona le batho ba ba bilitsweng. Mara rena ra bitiwa. We don't know what is the criteria ya hore ba tseye ba le rena ba ska re tseya. Ere ke o batla Mereka ka back.
There you have it. One of the nurses just saying that she was one of those COVID nurses who was hired to work and her contract ended at the end of March and she has not been able to get a job anywhere else. She wants government to employ her and she wants to go back to her original post. She's also just informed us that there are those who have been called back and it seems as though they've been offered their jobs back and they also want the same thing to be extended to them. They also want to return to their jobs. I'm going to try and speak to one more. Ma'am, why are you here and what would you like to see happening?
Sanbonani?
Yes.
Sanibonani nonke. Mina ngifuna ukuthi sibele emsebenzini sonke. Sihluphekile kulesikhathi seCovid. Basi siyasebenza sanceda abazali bebantu, sahlupheka, savikela, sengicela wonke umuntu abele emsebenzini wakhe ngoba nemali yethu iphumile. Mara abafuna ukusinikeza amandla.
There you have it, another worker saying that they would like to return to their original post. It would seem that many of the workers here, or the nurses that are here, are those who are employed under that COVID relief, as COVID nurses to assist during the COVID period, and their contracts, as we know, ended at the end of March, and many of them want to go back to their original jobs and want to return to their posts. You'll understand.
All right, we seem to have lost Mbalenhle Mthethwa's sound there, but we heard the voices of the people who are protesting over the employment conditions, saying they want permanent jobs instead of contracts renewals. Earlier on, when they were handing over the memorandum of demands at another department, they were saying that every year they seem to be asking for the same thing and they are tired.